Well, good afternoon, Brushy Creek. It is so good to be checking in with you and letting you know what's going on at Brushy Creek Baptist Church on today, May 19th, 2020. And we are very, very excited to be reporting to you that we are regathering Brushy Creek. We are starting back this coming Sunday, May the 24th, 2020. So the day before Memorial Day weekend, we are regathering. Now, before you really, I want to ask you, before you really process everything I'm going to tell you today, I do want to encourage you to go back to our website or our app or here on our Facebook page and watch our ministry report and business meeting from this past Sunday night so that you can know kind of how we got to all of the decisions that we've made, and so that you can begin anticipating with us regathering, reopening the church, the physical building, and regathering the church together. So go back and watch that so that you can know what's going on with children's ministry, student ministry, Sunday school, worship services, and all of the details. Because I'm not going to cover everything. That broadcast is just over 30 minutes, and you can get a lot of information. But we are regathering Brushy Creek starting this Sunday. I want to give you a few little details just in case you didn't watch, just some high points so that you can be prepared for Sunday. First of all, we are going to have three services, 8:30, 10:30, and 12:30. 8:30 a.m., we are encouraging senior adult only. So those who are 60 and older is who we want here. Now, if you're under 60 and you would be considered high risk, maybe you have some kind of condition, we want you to be part of this as well. So this is when the building is going to be the cleanest, and those who are at high risk, we want you to be part of this service. So we're limiting this to our senior adults and those who are high risk. This is going to be a more traditional service, very similar to what we've done in the past with 8:30. We still cannot have a choir because we can't have people that close, but we're going to be doing everything else that we've typically done. So it's going to be hymn-driven, going to be sermon-based. All of those things are still going to be in place. But 8:30 Sunday morning, really it's a senior adult service. Again, if you are high risk, we want to encourage you to be part of it as well. As a matter of fact, we would even encourage you to be home if you're hesitant, but more on that in a minute. 10:30 and 12:30 is really the exact same service. It's going to be a more contemporary service, but let me walk you through our thinking behind that. The 10:30 service, I am labeling this our chaos service. Basically what that means is if you have families with young kids, because we cannot have a nursery yet, we cannot do preschool yet, we can't offer children's ministry yet, everyone is together, birth through the oldest in the room. So we're encouraging you, if you have a young family, to come at 10:30. Now we want you to be able to be out early enough to where you're going to be out around 11:30, 11:40, so you can get lunch, have nap time, all of those things that you need to do with those young kids. The last service is really too late for you to be doing that. But the reason I'm calling this the chaos service is this. We're going to give your children some stuff to do. So that birth through K-5, we're going to give them some things to do. We want to encourage you, if you have children, to bring them some things to do. Bring them some coloring sheets. Bring them crayons. Bring them games. There's plenty of room in the worship center. The way we have the chairs spread out from each other, there's plenty of room for them to sit in the floor. Bring the iPad with headphones, or bring the iPad without headphones and turn it down. My commitment to you is this. I told you this last week, and Jimmy said it in our Sunday evening service. Your kids will not distract me. So we want them to be part of the service, but again, this is kind of a chaos service. So we want to appropriately tell you that we are anticipating your children being here, but at the same time, we know the risk involved of having kids there. And also, our lobby area downstairs will kind of be a catch-all place for the kids to go. If they get fussy, you can take them out, come back in later on. But bring their snacks, bring their toys, bring whatever you want to bring, and we're ready to enjoy the chaos with you. We just want to have everyone back together. And then finally at 12:30, we're labeling this for families with children and students. So it's kind of a catch-all service for everyone who your children can sit through a service appropriately. So you might imagine from about 4th grade and up, if your youngest child is in about 4th grade and up, this would be the appropriate service for you. We know that you could sleep in, you could have breakfast, you could even get an early lunch. come to church. Again, you'll be out around 1:30, 1:40. So this is the catch-all service. From those families all the way up to our empty nesters that aren't quite senior adults yet, we want you to be part of the 12:30 service. I know that's later in the day, but this will be a way for you to indirectly serve these families and make sure these families can be home for nap time and lunch and all those things. Now, let's clarify one thing. If you're a senior adult, you're invited to any service you want to go to. But we have a service that is for you that'll be, again, it's cleaner. It'll be the healthiest environment for you. But go wherever. And then if your family really fits in either one of these categories, if you just say, we've got to do the 10:30 service, we encourage you to do that. If you say, well, the 12:30 is best for me, that's fine too. We're just telling you this is the target audience for all three services: senior adults, young families, and then families. So we want you to be aware of that. Also, you'll notice that it looks like the services are 2 hours long. In actuality, they're going to be about 60 to 70 minutes, and that'll give us enough time to get you and your family out of the building, us clean, and get ready for the next service. So it's going to take 2 hours to have service and get the building ready for the next crew. So let's tell you a little bit about how we're doing that. It's just kind of some small details. First of all, we will not be passing offering plates. There'll be offering boxes in the rear of the worship center that you can drop your offering in on the way in. You can continue to mail it in. You can continue to give online. More on that in a moment about how wonderful you've been about that. Number two, we've got the separated rows. Typically, you've got about this much room in between rows. There is actually, you can see the chairs around me. We actually are doing 3 chairs in between every row. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. There's plenty of room to move, plenty of room for kids to be on the floor, plenty of room to be socially distanced in that way. We're going to encourage you to have your families sit together with 3 chairs separating for families. So your family would sit, skip 3 chairs, the next family should be there. And we do want to tell you, if you're hesitant to come back, or you're fearful of the germs or any of this, stay home, because that 12:30 service is going to be live streamed. I'm not going to record the sermon this week, so the services will start being available online around 12:30, 12:45, so you can stay home and worship from the comfort of your own home. And then finally, during the week on Mondays, we're going to do a deep cleaning of the worship center and our facilities, and we will be cleaning in between services as well. So we want to make sure that we get you in safely and out safely. No Sunday school, no meetings, no children's stuff, no youth stuff on campus for right now. This is phase 1, but we're very excited to be regathering Brushy Creek this Sunday, May the 24th. Let me give you one quick generosity report. You're continuing to give, and we're so grateful for it, because we're able to plan ministry. Again, go back and watch that business meeting, and you'll be able to see some of the plans we have for your generosity, for how we're going to spend it on children's ministry, student ministry, Sunday school, and our plans from here on out. So again, go back on Sunday night and you can see what we're planning. But as you can see, we're about $23,000 ahead right now. So thank you for giving. We've put some money aside to fix our sign out by the road. We've put some money aside, as Kerry said, again, at the business meeting and ministry report meeting on Sunday night. We've got some money aside. We're actually up to $35,000 in kind of a future cash reserves, as we are thinking about what do we want to do, some capital expenses down the road. We've got some parking lot issues, some air conditioning issues, lighting issues, paint that we want to do. So we're saving ahead for the backside of this pandemic to make our campus look incredible. So thank you for giving. Continue to do so. We're going to make it healthy for you, and we're looking forward to being back together and seeing what God does with this amount of money. Tomorrow evening, believe it or not, it's supposed to rain again. So it started raining yesterday. It's actually beautiful outside right now. I feel like I should be doing a nice little deal right here. It's going to be moving this way, straight up 85 towards us this time tomorrow. But we've got a rough forecast this week. So we are going to cancel the drive-in service for this week. And we are actually going to provide you with a prayer guide that will be available on our app. So just like you would go in and see the service order on our app, we're not going to do anything live on Facebook because we're all working together to get ready for Sunday. But we've actually written a prayer guide that'll help you walk through how to pray for our church's unity, our church's health, for the worship gathering on Sunday, for people to come to know Christ, for families to be brought back together, and how you can pray for the staff as well. So I think there's about 12 different points in this prayer guide. So we want to encourage you to download it tomorrow off of our app and you'll be able to walk through that the rest of the week, and you can be praying as we regather Brushy Creek this coming Sunday. And then finally, we'll just walk through the weekly schedule for you. First of all, again, tomorrow night, we're not actually meeting, not going to meet online or in person because of the weather, but you can download that prayer guide. Tomorrow night, 7:30, our youth will be meeting with James. Women's ministry tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Sunday school, once again, make sure you tell Bobby thank you for doing an incredible job on our lessons. Noon on Thursday. My men's group meets Thursday night, 9 p.m. This is actually going to be sermon-based. So if you watched the sermon this past Sunday and you want to be part of a discussion about Romans chapter 8, we'd love for you to be a part of it. Just email us and say, I haven't been part of it yet, and I want to be a part of it. So just let us know, and we'll get you the information about Zoom. And then Sunday, once again, we are on campus. Seniors, 8:30. Young families, 10:30. Then 12:30 p.m., our families. Sunday service will be online at 12:30, and then I'll be back next Tuesday, 3:30, to tell you more about what's going on. Hopefully, we'll be giving you a great report. In the meantime, we love you. We're praying for you. We're praying that God would truly lead our community through all this. I hope you're enjoying some food at some good restaurants. I hope some of you have got your hair cut. We're looking forward to seeing you Sunday, and it's going to be great just to see you and wave to you, and finally us be together, singing together, worshiping the Lord together. It's going to be a great week. Be praying up. Check out that prayer guide, and we will see you this Sunday in person. Y'all have a great rest of the week.